Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where personal development is of the essence. And as I promised, we have a special guest today. Kgosi Molema is with us. We'll enjoy, like I said, the 5 life lessons. And I said that I'll invite guests, and this is it. This is where we talk to our special guest about the 5 life lessons. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not liked, please like, and do hit the notification button as well. Otherwise, let's enjoy. Good day, Kgosi Molema. Welcome you to my YouTube channel.
Just guess it.
No, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. So, like I said, today I had asked you to join us today because I wanted to share 5 life lessons with the viewers, with the people out there that might want to learn something, that might want to take something from the journey you've had. Because I think in as much as life is a journey, there are things that we can learn from people that have been through something that we might face, some lessons that can help us, something that we can use to better ourselves, to better our journeys, to become better people, and maybe to achieve greater things or to do things better. So yeah, maybe just on your side, maybe share with us just a few lessons that we can take from you, your own personal life lessons.
To be honest with you, I never sat down and thought, what are the key life lessons that I've learned during my journey? So when you asked me the question, I thought, wow, it's so great, because now I'm going to have the time to sit down and reflect and really get to look back and see what I've learned. Because they say that we don't grow when we learn the lessons. We grow when we reflect back on the lessons that we learned. So I don't know if that's one of the key lessons.
Yeah.
So it's always important to sit and consider how far you've come and where you are and what you've learned, and then assimilate all of that into your personality, into who you are. Because we are built by experiences. We are built by experiences. We are the sum total of all of our experiences. That's who we are.
Interesting indeed. Experiences are what make us grow, and if we were to look back, I always think and say that we are everything that we've done so far. Life is just but the memories that we've made, all the things that we've done. And it is indeed true that Kgosi Molema also gives that thumbs up, saying that we are the things we've done. I don't know if in your case, what maybe are some of the things that you'd advise yourself, say maybe 10 years ago, that you'd say that I wish I'd done this more, I wish I never doubted this, I wish maybe I would have done this better. What are some of the things that maybe you can think about along those lines?
When I was younger, I wish I was more brave and more courageous to do the things that I really wanted to say the things that I really wanted to say, to just be the kind of person who I thought I was inside, and not to be as I was expected to be. So I think the chief lesson there is be yourself. But it's a common thing, it's a cliche, be yourself. What does it mean? What does it mean to be yourself? How do you become yourself? That's one of the key things that I've learned during my journey, is that finding yourself, or uncovering yourself. It's like a peeling off the layers of who you are. So you become yourself by subtraction, not by addition. You don't go on to add new things into your personality, into who you are. The rest is, you don't have to go and do all of these crazy things and say I'm being myself. You have to. It's like what is this? is it archaeology, where they dig for fossils. It's like digging over the layers of you should be like this, you know. When we are young, during the course of our lives, we keep being told, be like this, you should be like this, you should be like that. And then you adopt the same thing. I should be like this, I should dress like this, I should talk like this, I should think like this. And whenever a thought comes in your mind and it has the word should, just know that it's a false ego wrapping. You are wrapping yourself in ego, in the ego's idea of perfection and whatnot. Because now, when we become ourselves, we start subtracting the things that we are not. We start removing things. I start removing, okay, everybody likes this music. I was pretending like I like this music, but I don't. You remove that. You know, everybody is expected to go through university and study, but I don't want to go there. You remove that. Everybody is expected, I should get it, you know, I should drive this sort of car. When you remove all of that, you will ultimately find yourself at the center, and the goal of life is not to be perfect, but to be complete, to be whole, to be more of who you are, because I'm sure that if we are to ever meet God, He's not going to ask, why are you not more like Jesus? Why are you not more like Moses? Why are you not more like Mandela? Why are you not more like Mother Teresa? Why were you not more like whoever? He's going to ask you, why were you not more like Othusitse? Why were you not more like Kgosi Molema? Not, you know, so we must start removing, subtracting who we are not. And then there at the center we will find who we are, because we've always been who we are.
I think for a moment there I forgot that you're shooting a video. I think I was in the moment of learning and just of thinking of myself, of the things that I must now go need to look at, the reflection that I must now go need to make about what I thought, and the should have thing that you said that really stuck with me. That made me think about all the things that I think I should do, but do I need to do them as Othusitse? Are they really who I am? Do they reflect me as the person I want to become, or the person I see myself becoming? Or is it just the things that I've just been, you know, learning from other people, doing them, or from society, whatever the case is, as the right things to do? That's something very, very, that's something very, for lack of a better word, deep. Yeah. But thank you for that. And with what you said, I wanted to just ask you again. Besides that, or what you said about being more of yourself, you wish you would have been more of yourself. I always have this thing where I wonder, what is being more of myself? Like you said, be you, be who you are. How do you really listen to who you are? How do you really tap into, maybe like you said, being the true you, without having the fear of the outside world, without having the fear of the outside world? Because I think the problem is not that you don't want to be this person. I think we're scared of something outside. I think we're scared of what we've been seeing all along being done. But how do we then overcome that?
That's the thing, like, we have to go out there and find the courage. That's why I was talking about courage, because I was scared to be who I am, who I thought deep down who I knew I was as a person. So, but I found out courage is a practice also. It's not, it's not something that you just get from somewhere falling out of the sky and then bam, one day you have courage. It's those little steps, those little things, that you say something even when your voice is shaking, but you're just saying the truth, and you're scared, you're not audible enough, but you're saying it, or taking that step. You keep practicing until you keep practicing, you keep practicing courage until it becomes a part of you. It's not, that's what life is. It's a practice. Everything you practice, everything that you want to become, you practice. Now, we have a temptation to follow what the greats have done, right? But I was liberated by a man, an old man in the village. He once said, because of my grandfather was chief in the village, so I'm following his footsteps, and he was a great chief here. He achieved a lot of things. He built 2 schools, a clinic, and it was just a vibrant economy in the village when he was there. And some of the things that they were doing at the time have disappeared, and everybody's just lamenting the fact that we don't do those things anymore. Everybody was just going on about, I wish my dad was still alive. I wish we could bring back the time of my dad. But this old man said, look, each person is brought to live their lives. You can only live your life. So if you try to replicate what my dad had done, you are going to fail. And from that I was liberated, and I thought about it, that sometimes we follow what the greats have done. But we think it's a formula. We think that if we dress like people that we admire, if we talk like them, if we implement the same. I'm a writer, so there's a guy called Jack Johnson. He's a writer also. So what this guy did was that he started writing 1,000 words every day, and because of that, he wrote some of the most wonderful stories. And his writing is so beautiful. And I try to replicate the same formula for myself and say, I'm going to write 1,000 words for myself. Every day I'm going to write 1,000 words. But this Jack Johnson, it worked for him. I gotta find my own formula as a writer. I gotta find my own way of bringing out the best of my writing. Instead of falling into the temptation of just, or if I do it like Jack Johnson, I'm gonna probably become as good as Jack Johnson. But the truth of the matter is, there can only be one Bruce Lee, there can only be one Muhammad Ali, there can only be one Nelson Mandela. All these great people that we look up to, we can try to copy their mannerisms, their way of doing things, but God doesn't replicate, He doesn't repeat Himself. He's not a boring God. He's made us unique, all of us, and He wants us to follow our inner compass, so to say.
Beautiful, beautiful indeed. What I'm taking is there's only one vision, and if you don't become more of that version, if you don't become more of that person that you are, if I don't become more of Othusitse, then I'm robbing the world of becoming someone else I look up to. I'm robbing the world trying to be Nelson Mandela. I'm robbing the world trying to be Jesus Christ. I'm robbing the world trying to be anyone who has lived, that has done great work, that I'm trying to mimic or copy, or not necessarily learn from, but trying to do what someone else has done, because you have your own journey, you have your own purpose. And like Kgosi Molema has said that, God doesn't repeat Himself. Once He's created, He's so creative that He doesn't repeat Himself. But besides that, yeah. So I think I'm just going to close it, maybe just the last closing remarks, and then we'll close it, we'll call it day. Last closing remarks.
Closing remarks. Maybe just to keep the theme going. Sometimes we have these big goals. I don't like the word dreams because it's just, a goal is something that you are constantly going words. So a dream can just be a dream, and it's fine, it's a dream. But sometimes you can have a big goal in life. Maybe your goal is to become a billionaire or whatever that you want to do. And it can be very intimidating if you look at it. If you look at the big goal, the bigger picture, the ideal. So in the book that I've written, I have a chapter in there called Sacrificing the Ideal. By that I mean you have this big goal of becoming a billionaire. You take that goal, you park it on the side, and then you look at what is immediately achievable to reach that goal. Then you start working on what is immediately achievable, and then in time those small consistent efforts will lead you up to the goal. I was inspired by the story of the forest man in India. I forgot his name, I forgot his real name, but this guy planted an entire forest by himself of about 40 hectares of forest. And it was discovered that forest was discovered by mistake by the Indian government after some elephants had disappeared in the forest for some time. And then they came there, they found this beautiful forest just in the middle of nowhere. And this man says he planted a tree every day of his life for 40 years or so. He was planting a tree. Had this man gone out with the idea that here's 40 hectares of land and I want to make a forest, he would have been so discouraged by that idea because it's too big, it's too, So he's gonna forget the fact that he wants to build a forest and focus on planting a tree every day. So you wanna build a mansion, you don't focus on building a mansion, you focus on laying one brick at a time. So that's what I mean by when we have these big goals, we must understand that what is immediately achievable should be what matters, not the whole goal, because sometimes we get so intimidated and we want to have all the resources in place. We want to have all the resources in place. We want to have this amount of capital, and we write business plans and we send them out and we asking for 10 million. I want to implement this idea of mine. Can you help me? And then we get rejected. And we're going to stay at home and mope and say, but if you are smart, you say, okay, where do I start? What's the smallest action I can take today? What's the most achievable action that I can take today? Maybe you can start by selling 1 unit of whatever that you're producing, or just putting yourself out there or doing something. But it's just those small achievable steps that move us forward. And throughout, we must be maintaining a positive attitude, because attitude can move you up or down. You can get demoted if you have a bad attitude, or you can be promoted. So
thank you very much, Kgosi Molema. There you have it. Start where you are with what you have and do what you can. Everything that you have, where you are, you can do something. So start small and keep growing on that, keep building on that. And the one thing for sure is that attitude matters. It can either build you or break you. So thank you very much. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you for the time.
it's a pleasure.